Alright guys, welcome back. I haven't made a video in quite a long time, and I feel like I specifically remember saying in one of the last videos, like, oh, I want to keep doing these videos fairly often, I want to be consistent about it. And it seems like every time I say something like that, it doesn't go as planned. And it's really hard to, because just when you move around so much, it's difficult to keep making videos at the same time and be consistent about it. So, but now I'm back in Uruguay, so I'm going to actually be able to be consistent about it, which is very nice. And the horses are over there, both Comanche and Omega. And so this is week 60 of the preparation, which is pretty crazy. Because I've been on wildfires for the past, on and off for the past 2 months, it was hard to process. I didn't even process everything when I got to week 52. 1 full year of being in the preparation. I didn't process it at all, actually. I didn't think about it. Which, when I was writing what I did this week, this morning, and into this afternoon, I actually got the chance to think about it for the first time and realize, oh, it's been one full year of all this. And I got to just kind of go over the things in my head. And I'm glad I was able to do that, because oftentimes you forget all that you were able to do within a certain amount of time. When you're actually trying to get things done, you forget what you were able to do in the past. And it's not good to do that, because the past, if what you did was good in the past, it's very motivating. So just to illustrate what can be done within 1 year, what you can do within 1 year, what I was able to do within 1 year was attend a Wrangler school in Wyoming, which a Wrangler school is basically mostly about horsemanship, but you do also learn about the basics of horse care, how to catch a horse, how to saddle a horse, but riding as well. But really all of that is horsemanship, but there's different aspects of it. So I did a week-long course in Wyoming, and then not too long after that, I started learning chess, started trying to improve my Spanish, and for a little bit there I relearned how to play poker, but it wasn't nearly as fun as chess, so I gave it up and just stuck to chess. And I've been doing that now for a year, and I haven't improved as much as I wanted to, definitely not, but I've made good progress for sure. I did that. I got a job at Office Depot, and I started EMT school. From there, I quit the job at Office Depot not too long after, got a job at a pizza place for 2 weeks, finished EMT school, quit that job, and then came back down to Uruguay, where I took my NREMT national exam and became a certified EMT. And at the same time, I was learning how to do things here on the ranch. I already knew how to ride a horse, but I learned how to shoe horses. I learned how to drive tractors and use the implements on the tractors, how to attach them. I learned how to inspect and treat cattle and build fences as well. So lots of things here on the ranch. Also writing many tens of thousands of words for all my what I did this week updates and personal essays. So that was another great thing. And starting the Substack page at the same time as well. Doing all that, then heading back to the States at the end of April to get ready for getting on wildfires. And that's where I started BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I Went to a rope rescue course. It's technically called a REMS course, which is Rapid Extrication Module Support. I did that in South Dakota for a week and learned a lot of things. I even bought my own equipment, my own gear, so that I can rappel here. And that was one of the things I did this week, was rappel on some cliffs on our property with a macrame anchor. And it was very, very easy rappel, but it was still fun. So I learned a lot of things about ropes and building rope systems and rappelling. And it's great skills, absolutely great skills to have. So I did that. Then immediately after that, I went to it's called S130, which is one of the required courses for becoming a Type 2 firefighter, which is a wildland firefighter. And you learn how to dig fire line, you learn how to sharpen tools, which is very, very easy, but you learn how to do that. And the other big thing you have to learn there is how to deploy your fire shelter in case you get overrun by a fire. That was a great experience. And then after that, I think it was the week after that, I went to basically the middle of Colorado to learn how to pack mules and horses into the backcountry from definitely a very impressive man, absolutely. And that was a great experience. Learned how to do that, and continued all my usual stuff like chess and Spanish and reading and writing until I ended up getting on my first fire in Oregon, in Eastern Oregon, and was there for 26 days on night shift. And that was interesting. And along the way, I did other little things like I skydived for the first time, I rock climbed for the first time, and I just recently finished 3 open water scuba dives. And that was all great. And I got on another fire, one last fire for the season for just a 14-day assignment. So 41, well, it was technically 15 days. So 41 days total on fires. And I met a lot of good people and got a lot of interesting stories from the people I met on and off fires. So that's just a basic rundown of things. I'm forgetting quite a lot, like basic studies of economics and things like that. There's lots of little things I did within that time, but it's hard to believe what you can do within just 1 year of time. So if you maintain that level of progress over 4 years, you're untouchable, I think. So yeah, I'm at 60 weeks now, 60 weeks. And I got back to Uruguay on Tuesday, late Tuesday of this week, and happy to be out of the US because things are getting weird there. But I wanted to make sure that when I returned back to Uruguay, that I had a good plan in place so that I could hit the ground running when I came back, instead of trying to figure out everything that I should do when I get here. So as I was sitting in the ambulance on one of the fires one day, I was trying to think about what I should do here. And so I thought, well, I should get a Spanish tutor. I want to finish my final 4th open water scuba dive so that I can finally get that certification that I've been trying to get for so long, for many, many months now. And what else? Find a BJJ gym, check out some building school near me, and try to think of some business ideas for a business to start here. And now that I'm back, I'm getting that all together. I have a Spanish tutor now. I'll be starting my first class tomorrow. And I believe it's 5 days a week, an hour for 5 days a week. So I'll improve quite a bit within a short amount of time because of that. I found some BJJ gyms that are far away, but I'll go to them soon, or at least go to one of them soon. I'll be checking out the building school sometime soon. And I was introduced to a potential business idea that I think will be very good. It'll take a lot of time because a lot of research is required, and having a much stronger grasp on Spanish is definitely going to be necessary. But it'll be good. It'll be good. So just trying to get everything together this week and get started. You know, I pretty much got back near the middle of the week, so I'm still not on Uruguay time. I'm 3 hours behind still right now, so a little tired sometimes, but that's all right. That's normal. So that's all good, getting everything together. I also, of course, I'm going to be still helping out on the ranch. Leo Arcacero and I took some dung samples from the cows this week because it's calving season, and some of the calves have died, and one mother died too. So we're trying to get that sent, all those samples sent to a lab to see if there's any parasites, because that might be killing them. And then on top of that, we also fixed or made some changes to part of the corral to narrow the back end of it, because a lot of the calves were able to turn around within it. And if you've ever worked with calves, if they get turned around in the corral, it's very inefficient if they are able to turn back around within the corral, because it's kind of a hassle to get them turned around back the right way and get them out. So we made some changes and just narrowed it by putting some additional posts into just a few inches on top of that will narrow it enough that it should keep them from moving around too much and being able to turn completely around in there. And of course, I continued with my usual Spanish and chess this week. I've been making good progress. For a while, I was stuck under 1,000 ELO, but now I'm back up above there. I think around 1,030. So that's not bad. Spanish is going well. I've been doing Michael Thomas's course, which is online, and that's good. But it'll just now become like a supplemental thing after doing the lessons with the tutor. So, but if you don't have a Spanish tutor, I definitely recommend checking out Michael Thomas's website, because there's not only Spanish on there, there's tons of different languages that you can learn. Comanche's coming over. Hi, buddy. Hi. Let's go. So that's good. That's all good stuff. And lifting weights. And that's pretty much it for the week. Not too much fun stuff has happened or interesting stuff, but just trying to get ready and prepared to do more. That was the big thing for the week. The only really fun thing I did was rappelling off one of the cliffs on our property, but the most interesting part was like a 15-foot drop off, which isn't anything crazy, but it was fun. I built a macrame knot, and I used it as an anchor around a tree, which makes it fairly simple and easy. Basically, it's a braid. You're braiding it so that you take both strands of the rope with you and braid it in the middle so that you can rappel down with the other strand off one strand and bring the other strand with you. And once you get to the bottom, you can pull on both of them and the entire rope will come down. So it's retrievable, and it's a cool thing, but you only get half the length of the rope when you do it, because you have to start from the middle to build that knot, that anchor. So yeah, that was what I did this week. There will be a lot more in the future. I thought I was going to be doing the final scuba dive today, but unfortunately I did not. So that should be soon though, I hope. But anyway, hope you guys have a good day, and we'll see you guys next time.